On our right here is our sunflower seed area. We plant a patch of sunflowers every year. We don't harvest them. We plant them for the critters that live out here at the orchard, as well as a lot of migratory birds that come through both in the fall and in the spring. Give them a spot that they can come and have some food and some energy if they're going south, or if they're just living here at the orchard, they need to get ready for the winter. Across the way over there, you see that white netting over the top of those apple trees. That's hail netting. Back on August 11th, we had a couple of really bad hailstorms that came through. And we put the hedge netting on, but we don't have enough netting to do the entire orchard. So we made the decision to cover the areas where we had our more popular apples, so we would have some this fall to sell. So we did, we covered those, but we had a lot of areas that we didn't have any. So then after the hail came through, we had to assess and see how much damage was done and whether we had enough apples to be able to supply our customers this fall. As it turned out, where we had the hail, that there was some damage, but not a lot. But where they were open and no net whatsoever, over 80% of those apples were destroyed. When we did assess how much we had left, the net did their job, and they saved a lot of apples, and I got through the season really well. In fact, so well that we do have a lot of apples, and if you're interested, they're running a big sale today over at the bakery across the street. So if you want to take some apples home at a really good price, that would be a way to go. The big red, our barn building right here is our apple processing barn, and also our maintenance building. All the apples that we harvest here at the orchard go in there, and then go through a series of washing, sizing, and weighing, and then put in some big plastic bags. Then we store them in big walk-in coolers in that building there. We sell apples all over the United States. We have a great bunch of apples that we sell out. We just went by a patch of apples over there called Honeycrisp apples. Honeycrisp is a Minnesota apple. It's our #1 selling apple out here at the orchard. And we have a lot of areas where we do grow that. Applejack Orchard was founded back in 1983. It consists of roughly 80 acres of land. There's about 10,000 apple trees here in the orchard. And in those 10,000 apple trees, there's about 25 to 30 different species that we grow. This row of apple trees along the fence line are called fireside apples. It's a tart apple, it's a baking apple, it makes a pretty good apple pie. And these are the oldest trees in the orchard. They were here back in 1983 when the orchard was developed. That black tubing you see underneath all the apple trees are our irrigation system. There's a number of things needed for apples to look like this right along the fence here. And these are Haralson apples. They're a good eating apple and they're a good baking apple. But the benefit of what we do out here is that's the result. The first thing is you have to feed a lot of water, and that's what that black tubing does. We also have to have good quality ground to nourish those apples into what you see there. And we have to have good people working on the orchard to make sure those trees are kept healthy and produce those apples like that every year. So those combinations is a winning situation for us out here to have quality apples every year. We're pretty proud of that. Straight ahead here is where we have our apples that's called Snow Sweet. Snow Sweet is a salad apple. What's unique about it is when you slice it into the salad, it stays nice and white. It doesn't turn brown like normal apples do. Here we're turning the corner, we're getting up where you can see that here's a close look at how that hail netting looks. This area here we're sticking in here one last time. And that's what by the result of being able to get in there the last time and pick. That netting there is like a big umbrella over it to protect the trees and the apples. all those apples on the ground are not because of the hail. Those are natural amounts of apples from wind crop apples. Those apples are going to be picked up the food line and we compost them. It's like recycling, because what they do when we compost them, next spring we take that compost and spread it under all of the apple trees we have in the orchard, and then that compost is what next year's apple crop is going to be. So it's like a recyclable, everything is reused. On our right here is one of the many pumpkin patches we have out here. We have a bumper crop of pumpkins this year, even though it was a dry year and we had to irrigate. We had this area, we irrigate pretty much the entire orchard. That's that black hose you see around in there. But we've got many pumpkin patches out here. And if you're out here to get a pumpkin for Halloween or whatever, you'll find one. They're there someplace. Different shapes, different sizes. You just kind of hunt for them. Buddy, how you doing? We added a lot of new things to the orchard this year. That new building that you see right up there is our corn pit. We've had a big tent that we had to put up every year in the past. This is more permanent, and it's definitely better situated for the kids to have fun in. Down to the left down there by that white fence is where we have our apple cannon. It shoots the apples out of the air compressed gun across the field where we have targets. That's kind of a fun place for the kids to go. This here is our corn pit. It's like a big swimming pool, but instead of having water in there, you got a bunch of corn. Kids really love to get in there. Over there where you have that colored drapery is where we have our cotton candy machine. And here we have our rope activity area. Different games, different things to play on, race, bridges, tunnels. Way across where you see that big cornfield is the maze, corn maze. And then over up there we have our spider web for the grow on. And this little round metal building is our snackery. It's great food there. I don't know if they're getting ready to close down or not, but because kids over there, they got a great menu and apple cider, warm apple cider. Right here next to the little red barn, we have our pumpkin pillow. We added another one this year, so it's twice the fun for them. As you can see, both the adults and the kids have a good time out there. Then beyond the second fence, we have an activity area where we have our Saga ball pit. And this little metal brook here, that's where our giant bubbles. That's always been fun. It's a little windy today, so the bubbles didn't really do very well. But we do have our basketball hoops there. That's the activity there. And we have our cornhole games there.
No.
We're going to be coming to the end of the ride, so please remain seated until I come to a complete stop and get around and put the stairs down so everybody can get off safely. I want to thank you again for coming out to the orchard today. A little on the cool side, but that's what fall's about. Don't forget to stop over at the big ear crossing. They're running a big sale on